Hello, everybody. Good morning. It is the 6th of July, Sunday morning, 11 o'clock here. I was just outside. It's 38 degrees here in Alicante. It's warm. I was looking at the last stream. You could see me starting to sweat. I got the fan on here. So I've got the fan on, so I hope I don't sweat too much for everybody. I hope you're well. Anyway, my name is Brian. This is Class A plus English, and today we are going to continue with Disco Elysium. What are we on? 21, 22 streams? I don't know. It's Wednesday in the game. It's only day 3, but we're going to go right into it. But before we start, I haven't done this for ages. We're going to do the word of the day. Let's have a look at the word of the day today. In the game, the ravers, we met these ravers, and they were saying that there were people in the church, spooky people. So I thought we could look at this word today, spooky.
Spooky.
Spooky. Spooky. What does spooky mean? Strange, unsettling, or frightening in a way that suggests the supernatural, eerie, uncanny. Sometimes relating to ghosts or spooks. So it's an adjective, yeah? One more time. Spooky. Spooky, yeah? So they're talking about spooky people. Now, speaking about spooky people, we met the Crab Man. Who is the Crab Man? Well, he's a kind of a Mexican accent. Bit of a gangster, but seemingly he's found, I won't say God, he's found the Mother of Silence or something. I've forgotten. Let's jump into the game anyway. We're going to continue. Now, in the last stream, what happened? We got the password. So now we are going to go and try to break into this machine over here. We needed a password the last time, so let's find out. It was life after death. That's the password. I hope the audio is okay.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Okay, press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Hello.
Good evening. Votre accident en Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeat Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Yeah, okay. We've got a new option here. Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
And here we go. After life, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Now, everybody, I have to be honest, I don't really know what the hell is going on here. This is a very strange game. We're on the 22nd stream, you know. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Brian. This is Class A plus English. I'm an English teacher living in very, very hot and humid Alicante on the east coast of Spain. I'm an English teacher. I teach online. I'll leave a link later on in the chat. If you're looking for a teacher, I have a lot of experience with Cambridge exams, IELTS, TOEFL, the medical exams, the OET. I've even done a Duolingo, which, to be honest, I hated. I really didn't like that test. But the point is that if you're new, welcome. But I would recommend you go back to the start and check out the previous streams, because the story is complicated, very, very complicated. It would take me an hour to try to explain to you what's going on. But really quickly, I'm a drug-addicted alcoholic detective, and I went on a bit of a rampage, and I forgot everything. I forgot my name, I forgot my job, I forgot everything. I've met another detective called Kim, and the two of us we've been sent to try and solve a murder, okay? And now we are in a church. We met this really strange man the other day called the Crab Man. And now we're trying to work out what all this computer stuff means. So we got the password off the Crab Man. Let's find out what happens. Press print, she says. Okay.
Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No, that's good.
Sleep well, votre accident.
I will do my best. I will do my best. Hang on 1 second. Let me just see if I can put this into chat. Yeah, there you go. I've put the link there into chat. If anyone's looking for a teacher, I use a platform called Preply. You can contact me there. Okay? All right. Sleep well, Fortress Accident. And her voice disappears into a whirl of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Okay, we've only got one choice. Press print.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Okay, let's read it.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise.
People ask me, how do I survive? You know, it's 38 degrees today. We're having a heat wave here in Spain. My solution is pints of water and coffee. Lots of coffee, lots of water, and fans or air conditioning. This is how you survive this heat. Let's read it.
Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in.
A crowbar is a tool you use, like you can force open a door or you can break a lock with a crowbar. Why is it called a crowbar? I have no idea. I need to figure out how to get the electricity in. To solve the problem, there's no electricity. I need to figure it out.
The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
So this is Kim. This is my partner in law. Yeah, he's another detective. He's a very sober, plays it straight, plays it by the, goes by the rules, whereas I am the complete opposite. I'm drinking, I'm taking drugs, I'm all over the place, yeah?
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Spooky, there you go. Strange, unusual, yeah? I still haven't solved the power problem. I still haven't figured out the electricity.
See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
Even one of the spookers say it's spooky.
What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Okay, so that's the main part of the game here. You can see there's different parts of my psyche. Yeah? There's my intellect, my psyche, my physique, and my motorics, and they're all kind of competing in my mind to get me to make choices. You can see here is electrochemistry. This is the kind of go-to-party planet, love and be loved by the drugs. This is the party part of my mind. You can see there's logic, drama, perception, hand-to-eye coordination, endurance, etc. So they're all kind of competing. So electrochemistry, the party part of my mind says, what was that about drugs? This could prove to be interesting. Okay, wait, narcotics? Look around the derelict building, empty building.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids.
He looks at the stained glass window.
Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned.
Right.
And cold. And in an awful part of town.
Okay, Kim. Kim is keeping it real.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Let's read the 4th entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are these people?
Her friends? Colleagues? She must be quite educated if she knew how to set up all this machinery.
A data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
He adjusts his glasses. Okay, let's read the 5th entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Everything is set up. Everything's ready in the church. He's going to start working.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
So there's been a strike at the docks. The dock workers are on strike. There's a company called Wild Pines who've sent some mercenaries in to kind of break the strike. And one of the mercenaries was hung. And this is what we're investigating.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Okay, read the 6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound.
It swallows.
Need to get some mics.
Okay. She needs to get some microphones. Yeah, there's a weird thing at the back of the church. It's like this silence.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right, towards the silence. Okay, read the 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Okay, they just want us to read the printout. So let's read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. That's the ravers. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Yeah, the ravers are just listening to this one tune over and over again. They want to set up a rave in the church, so they've asked me to get rid of the woman, who I guess is, we haven't met her yet. She dresses like an old grandmother, is what we've been told. Yeah, we want to use the church as a rave.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing Asele, the woman we met, who is recording the ice.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Let's read the 9th.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air.
Canned air? A tin of air, please. I've heard of a tin of peas or a tin of carrots, but not a tin of air.
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Oh.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
This must be her, everyone. Suna, the programmer. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer. Makes straight, she heads directly to the computer, as we can see.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Maybe. She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots. To glare. Look angry.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Okay, we're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. We're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity. No, we're going to go for number 1, yeah? We're with the ravers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life. She's rebooting it.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
After she's rebooted. Okay, let's wait. So I didn't stream yesterday. I wanted to stream, but the thing is, on Friday night, I teach in a big department store here in Alicante, and my students took me out for dinner. And with the dinner came wine, and then we went to an Irish bar afterwards. And I was really, really tired yesterday from the night out. I must be getting old, you know. Anything else? Let's go and talk to her then. Let's go and see what she says.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I? Sorry, but who are you and what are you doing here? Let's go for number 2.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Sounds like a LinkedIn profile. Convince Gart to know. Hang on. Help the ravers start a nightclub. The ravers asked you to help turn the church into a dance club. Dogs club, with a German accent. But there are already some people inside. Find out who those people are and what they want. Now, ask Suna how she feels about the nightclub idea. Okay, we can do that.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal. Have you seen the Crab Man? Why are there so many machines here? What are you doing in an abandoned church? How do you feel about anodic dance music? This is the music the ravers were making, a very monotonous kind of rave music, very repetitive beats, as the English government once said, yeah? Repetitive beat music. I'll let you work in peace. Have you seen the Crab Man?
No.
But you know he's around. So the Crab Man, he's living in the rafters. He's the Mexican kind of gangster guy. He keeps calling me Holmes, but he seems very nice. He's on a kind of a spiritual journey, seemingly, but he lives up in the roof of the church. Yeah, he's hanging around up there. He seems to be quite high on drugs, to be honest with you. But he seemed quite nice. He seemed like quite a nice guy. But you know he's around, and his name's Tiago, and I'm calling him the Crab Man because he moves like a crab. He's climbing around up in the roof. Totally normal.
Yes.
He's seen you,
And
and the Crab Man has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crabmen.
She barely looks up now, tinkering with the machine's printer.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
Okay, what are you doing here?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Uh-huh. There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. I'm a cop, lady. We ask questions.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
Bloodshot eyes. Now, this might have been me yesterday. I was very, very tired. You know when your eyes are a little bit red, if you haven't had enough sleep, if you're out late, you went to bed very late and maybe you have to get up early, your eyes might be a bit bloodshot. Okay, I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. There have been some complaints from your neighbours. Let's go for number 3. The ravers are calling you spooky.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. She's ready for an argument. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
2mm hole in the world?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
A hole in the world? What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean?
That's what I'm asking.
Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
There's something frantic about her as she locks her gaze onto you, eyes shining like pearls. So she's trying to measure nothing. Okay.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer. That's a big question for a Sunday morning, Suna. I'm going to ask him.
That's a little above your pay grade at the
Yeah,
moment.
right. It's not my job. Okay, so hold on a moment. Wait, hold on a moment. Wait, does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home. Maybe number 3. Yeah, I just want to get to the bottom of this murder case and I can go home. Of course, I don't remember where home is, so that's another problem.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. Tricky. She's trying to measure something that doesn't exist. The silence.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, everyday parlance.
Okay, easy at Inland Empire. Does it have anything to do with ghosts? Is the hole connected to your data loss? Do you have any idea where this hole might be located? You said the research isn't going well. That's all I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world. Where is it located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch black heights above, where the crabman lurks, everybody, but without much success. So there's this kind of weird thing at the back of the church for silence. Yeah, we both, myself and Kim, both noticed it in the previous stream.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
It's dark up there.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Yeah, like the Crabman. Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Right. Maybe the church was created like that, yeah? It's an architectural quirk. It's deliberately done by the architects.
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
You know, that's where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might be somehow responsible for this?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's 8 p.m. We've got other stuff to do,
She
yeah?
sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said the research isn't going well.
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Okay, I guess I need to go for number 2. I don't really know what this means. Is the whole connected to the data loss?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
She stares at the burnished antenna on a nearby table. Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
Alright, nothing to do with ghosts. I'm going to start writing that down in my ledger.
You do know there's no need to officially document this information, right?
The lieutenant whispers to me.
She has already turned back to her keyboard.
Alright, that's all I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now. Conclude.
Great. Thanks.
Why are there so many machines?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
And why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
Wait, what? I don't understand.
RAIN prefect is my radio computer.
And the antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She has stopped working now. I don't know much about anything, to be honest.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
What's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
She's getting tired of my questions, isn't she?
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Right. And the AR1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
Alright.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians.
I still don't know what she's talking about.
Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
Okay.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
What about the bowls of water over there? She has these bowls of water with cables going into them.
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Thanks, okay, and what are you doing with the computer?
I'm working.
Good
The
answer.
machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
Alright, I'll try not to touch anything else.
Great.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
Oh. What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music, lady. Same here. It just doesn't connect here. A tap on my heart. Not like disco does anyway. Okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a
Mm,
sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
so to be sober is the opposite of drunk. Yeah, if you drink a lot of beer or something, you know you're drunk, but if you don't, you're sober. And so it's to her not drunk, her undrunk mind, her sober mind, it's just noise. She doesn't like it. So she suggests you need to be on drugs. Right, but how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music, Suna?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it?
Hmm?
I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
Okay, speed freak. So, we're talking about amphetamines. There's a lot of amphetamine in this game, which we call speed. And someone who takes a lot of speed, we call them a speed freak, yeah? What do they want to build? So she says, I've got some news. It's not a nightclub they want to build. What are you talking about? What do they want to build?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. A petting zoo, a place for animals, an urban zoo. You can have a donkey and you can have a cow, maybe, and some other different animals. Maybe some community space to help the elderly. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anodic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Alright, so she says I'm missing something. What could they be doing? Tell Andre about Suna's thoughts in the nightclub. Okay, we can do that.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Alright, let's go. I absolutely love this game. I think this might be the greatest PC game ever created. I honestly do. I think the people who made it are from Latvia, it's a group of people, but I think there was some kind of problem with the studio. I think they kind of got ripped off or something, There's a TED Talks. The guy who created this game, he gives a TED Talks about it, yeah? Alright, let's go talk to the ravers. They're over here somewhere, aren't they? You can see here, I'm really low on morale and I'm really low on health. I really need to get something. I can't take any more alcohol. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to maybe... I don't know. Okay, let's go over. Let's go and talk to Andre. Okay, we're going to need to... this is anodic music. Perception. Visual calculus. No. 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 So what do we need? We need, maybe empathy would be good? Logic is good. Logic is good. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, we don't need to, okay, here's the music. Faster, harder! Let's go and talk to Andrew.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. He's got spiky hair. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. About the church. I checked it out. I looked it over.
And? What happened?
He tenses up. I talked to the crap man.
Oh, man. Who is he? What did you think?
He seemed okay, to be honest, very spiritual, he did. He gave me this odd, strange lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. This is true. He identified my alcohol problem, and yeah, he was a bit critical about it. You were right, he's a true narcomaniac, and the way he climbs, it was terrifying. Yeah, I think he was okay, you know?
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
He's just preaching and praying from the looks of it. He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There's something sinister going on under the building roof. I think he's getting high or something. I think he's getting high.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I'm just telling you what it felt like. It didn't sound like a sober man's talk. He must be getting visions up there.
No matter. Is he going to be a problem?
The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly. Is he going to be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about him?
What are we going to do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Okay, we've got 4 choices. Of course he's a problem. He's a crap man. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and you guys, you'll never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub as well. I'm going to go for number 4. He said a nightclub doesn't bother him.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just going to have to live with the crap man. Don't worry, I don't think he actually gives a damn about you or anyone else. Yeah, he's kind of out there, isn't he? You know, he's gone mother universe, whatever is going on about, you know? He's a bit...
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
It's not a huge problem.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Yeah, says Egghead in his German accent. Everyone is welcome.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Yeah, I did. I spoke to her sooner. She's the programmer.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans, Andre.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Make the world a better place, yeah.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy scent muffles the last 2 words. The command fails to impress. Okay, maybe I'm kind of feeling it. The love? No, I'm not really feeling it. No, I'm feeling the love.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
Yes or no, I guess, German, yeah? Yes or no, maybe? She doesn't like the idea, it's true.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
He drops a hammer back into a toolbox. This is Noid.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity!
Unity! Dance! She made it very clear that she won't leave until her project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. I could go for another try. Bring down the hammer of the law. The iron fist. No. We have to come up with a different solution. We have to come up with, yeah, phrasal verb, to come up with an idea, to think of a plan, to think of a solution.
Look at you, honour man.
Hey, Noid, shut up.
No, Noid. He's right.
Right.
Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Right, to work around the issue, to find a solution. We can make a deal not to bother her.
If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
Right. Yeah.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
Okay, good. I like Egghead.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
He'll understand the unity of music.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
Okay, we have two choices. She absolutely does not like anodic dance. Listen to me, dance music. So there's a bit of an example there with accents. You know, an English person might say, I like to dance. An Irish person will say, I like to dance. You know, or my aunt, my aunt. Okay, I can lie to them. She gets down. I mean, who doesn't? Just listen to that crazy beat. Listen to this crazy music.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
Okay, I refuse to throw her up, but I can try convincing her. All right, I'll see how it goes. Number 1.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
He smiles wide like a replica of his friend with the large head. You mean Egghead? What about the equipment?
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh.
He doesn't know what to say. Hang on, let's find out what we got. Convince Suna to cooperate with the Ravers or evict her. Okay. Continue.
It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Oh, I have enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Logic. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. Low. We need to leave.
Goodbye, officer.
We've got logic. Where is logic? Logic is intellect. What raises my intellect? Motorics, physique. No, nothing. God, we need some more stuff, yeah? Okay, let's check out the clothes. Intellect, composure, conceptualization, -1 logic, pain threshold, perception. Alright, I'm gonna cheat everybody.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm gonna
Goodbye,
cheat.
officer.
Because I want to get the game moving, so I'm going to quick save, yeah? Quick save, and then we're going to do the, we're going to roll the dice, okay? 3 times. If it doesn't work, well then it's telling me it doesn't work. But I want to move the game
how are
on.
things going?
Let's go! Let's go!
Okay,
Boom!
so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
What's the gist? What's the idea of
The
it?
gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. This is going well. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out. All in all, you really can't tell what that mean programmer grandma was talking about.
I'm quick saving, yeah? I want to do it. Sorry, a bit of a cheat, but I need to move the game on. I need to move this game on.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club. The gist of it is, plus, all in all, you really...
Goodbye, officer.
Okay, one more time. Okay. Hang on. What's this? Okay, last one. Let's go.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
A number of things don't
Third
add
time
up.
lucky.
Let's take a look.
Woo! Sorry, it's cheating, but I want to move the game on, you know, and so I'm going to do this when sometimes for the roll of the dice, because otherwise we'll need to walk around for another day to get back to this point. A number of things don't add up, yeah? Something's not right. Let's take a look. I got bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up.
What things?
Everything.
He senses something is wrong.
Sooner said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing. This isn't the making of a club, it's a test tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs!
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Okay, we got two choices. Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend? The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab. Where's your friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
Okay, the distilled water is the cornerstone of a clean lab.
All cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer?
Okay, there's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
Sooner said you've been lying about your plans. Your answers were very unconvincing. In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Preposterous, against the law, punishable by summary execution. Well, we're not going to execute anyone. That's crazy. That's preposterous.
I meant to say, not true.
Sooner said you've been lying.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
Okay, we're on a mission. So what are we going to do with you? Proceed.
What do you mean, do?
Choices, options.
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act.
Right, we have him.
It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
We have him, everybody.
The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Okay, let's look at the choices. We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything and then I pass judgment. You tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient, I can be soft. I don't really care, I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want. Number 2, I think, yeah? Tell me what's going on and I will show you mercy.
What do you mean by lenient?
Okay, it means not calling backup and hauling you all off to the jail, the pen, for starters. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you using every connection I've got. Or the last one is, we'll see. Now, spill the beans. Tell me, what's going on? Let's go for number 3.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Reversholt.
Things are just way too hard for a businessman, an entrepreneur in the city. It's not like we're not gonna turn the church into the wickedest club in East Reversholt. Now, wicked here has different meanings. In England, wicked is like cool and great, yeah? That party last night was wicked, yeah? But also wicked can mean very bad, evil, you know, like, so maybe like lots of illegal activity going on. I'm not sure which they mean.
Because we are! We totally are!
Okay, they're going to turn it into the wickedest nightclub.
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
A speed lab? A speed laboratory? So they're going to manufacture amphetamine? The speed freaks.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Okay, why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Yeah, but they're not really spooky, are they? They're a computer programmer and
No,
a
man.
crab man.
They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Okay, if you've ever seen the TV show Breaking Bad, yeah, in Breaking Bad, Walter White and Jesse, they were cooking methamphetamine, you know, and making all their money. The blue meth, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's what these guys are wanting to do. They want to cook amphetamines themselves. They want to create speed.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
I didn't promise anything.
This is it. Judgment time.
Give me your cash, ask for a bribe. Yeah, you bribe a policeman to look the other way. Pack up and report to Precinct 41. Arrest them. Get lost. I don't want to see you again. Evict them. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for anodic music. Proceed with the club. It wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive. Proceed with both. Okay, let's go for number 5. It's Sunday. Let's do it.
Yeah!
I've just given the green light to a speed and amphetamine laboratory. Yeah, good cop. Yeah, good policing here today. His teeth beam in the floodlight.
Respectable. I'm really feeling the science right about now.
Okay, I'll go talk to Suna again. Maybe there's a way to persuade her. It'll be tough, but we'll figure it out. Okay, it'll be tough, but we'll figure it out. We'll find a solution.
I knew from the get-go we could count on you. We can make this work. The dance club will have a future.
That's it.
Goodbye, officer.
Okay, good. I think I'm going to take a little break here, everybody, for a few minutes. Okay, so just bear with me. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I'll be right back. And just go make a cup of coffee or something. I'll be right back, okay? 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. So this is where I do the typical YouTube thing. Yeah, if you're enjoying this, if you're enjoying the stream, it would really help me if you like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. This is a very small channel. I'm playing video games, story-driven video games, trying to explain the vocabulary and stuff for English learners. But you know, you could be a native speaker and still enjoy it, I hope, anyway. So anyway, it really helps me out. Now, they're talking about spooky. Let's see if I can summon a spooky black cat. We're talking about those kids, the ravers are speed freaks. My cat is a catisfaction freak. Let's see if we can summon her. Give her a minute. Teddy! Teddy! I can feel the presence. I can feel the presence. Come on. Teddy. Come on. She's looking at me, licking her lips. Come on. No, you don't want to. She's too hot. She's too hot. She's not interested. There you go. Go and have some of those, yeah? It's really, really hot for her. She's a little black cat. And she suffers in this heat, basically. She gets up in the morning, she runs around. And then, like, kind of this time, I don't see her for the rest of the day. Ugh, she's laying out like that. Anyway, she doesn't want to be my special guest today, so let's continue with the game, yeah? Okay, what are we going to do now? What have we got to do? Let's have a look at the missions. Get accelerate, talk to our friends. Maybe she'll open up late after you've helped me set the nightclub. We can talk to her. Stuffed bird to guard. Spirit is eternal. Yeah, that's another job. Titus. Okay, it's getting near 9 o'clock, so I can go and talk to Class A. Class A. I'm calling her Class A. This is the one. We need to get rid of Kim, though. So you can see we're on Wednesday, everyone. Yeah, it's this game is crazy. This game is absolutely crazy. We need to buy some morale and health here. We're running seriously low. Let's go and talk to this girl. Where is she? She's over here.
Hello again.
Okay, your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew the plan.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
She's recording the sounds of the ice, everyone.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
Delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
You don't get to choose your posse, your gang, your group of friends. They choose you. There she is. She's eating her catisfactions. The catisfactions freak of a cat. Her friends are idiots, but they're her idiots. I tried to talk Andre out of it. To try to talk someone out of doing something. So my friend, he's got a really bad idea, and I tell him that's a really, really stupid idea. It's not going to work. I try to dissuade him, dissuade him from doing it, you know, to talk someone out of it. Okay, I even tried not to lie to you. Should have tried harder. Misleading a cop is no joke. I don't care. I'm loco. I just wanted you to know that I know about the plan. Yeah, number 2.
Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to control them. And I will in the future. I promise.
Okay, fair enough.
May I ask? What did you tell them?
Once I cracked their play, I didn't really care. I'm not an arbiter. You're someone else's problem. Yeah, I've got a murder to solve.
Good call, detective. You can lose your mind trying to mediate everything these delinquents come up with. Fate will take care of it for us.
Delinquents. So delinquents generally is like younger people, like teenagers, doing stuff like, I don't know, graffiti, breaking windows, maybe smoking marijuana. It's delinquency. You wouldn't say, I cannot be a delinquent. I'm too old to be a delinquent. It's generally, I think, it's generally for younger people, right?
We won't be anyone's problem. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Okay, so he's promising to control them. Okay, yeah, that's it. Anything over here? Let's have a quick look. No. Alright, good. So I hope you're enjoying this game. Here's the church. We'll have a quick tour around. We're going to go back to the shop now and we're going to buy some stuff that can increase my morale and increase my health. It's 8:39. In the game, you can go to sleep at 9 o'clock. But what happens is at 9 o'clock, I'll pretend to go to bed, and then Kim goes to bed, and what I can do then is I can sneak out, and I need to speak to the disco woman, class A, yeah? Class A. What's this? Okay, I'll save. Okay, a bit strange. Let's try one more time. Let's get rid of that. Let's get the bag in. What's this? Get rid of that. We can maybe take some alcohol. Time for a drink, everybody. Time for a beer, yeah? Okay. Okay, good. Morale is getting very low. I don't know what that thing is over there. It won't let me interact with it. So let me explain really why we're doing this. Yeah, so what I've been doing is I've been playing games, yeah? I've been playing a Hercule Poirot, a detective game. What else? We played Walking Dead, some of the... I've forgotten the name of the studio, the Walking Dead game, which was really good. I want to go back to that over the summer, definitely. Oh, let's check this place out. What's this? Maybe we can find something. Let's run. I've been playing games like Walking Dead, Hercule Poirot. We did a Sobrante the last time. Ooh, money. I need money. And yeah, I'm just playing kind of story-driven games and, you know, talking about the vocabulary and stuff like that, yeah? And hopefully it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable for me. I'm really, really enjoying this game. I really like it. I think this might be the best PC game I've ever played, to be honest. It's very crazy. And of course, it's like very adult themes in this game. It's not a game for children. Some of the things that they're talking about is quite disturbing. Tiny cages. What's over here? Ooh. These soggy logs smell of ignition fuel, still they won't light up. Who's this?
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
Gary the crypto-fascist. Wow. Continue.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Alright, that's a bit racist, Gary, the crypto-fash.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
Alright, some questions.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Morel? 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 Morel, the cryptozoologist. You told Lena Morel is missing because of the broken water lock. She's still worried he hasn't come back. Let Morel know if you see him. Alright, cool. This is opening up. Not a lover of the great outdoors? Yeah, I'm more of a city boy too. So you're not a lover of the great outdoors, Gary the crypto-fascist?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
He beat me to it. Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or degenerate. Maybe even both. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink. Okay, that's my crew.
Dark times will do that to good men.
Mm-hmm. He nods gravely, then shifts his gaze to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags? This is the bar. Is this your mug? The yellow mug? Which is a kind of a racist mug. Are you a cryptozoologist too? You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kit Zuragi. Are you a cryptozoologist?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Alright, do you know anything about the man hanged? Is this your mug? You're surprised. Thank you for your cooperation. Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man. That's not something many people go around saying, yeah? You said something racist. It seemed as if you were calling to it longingly when you cried yellow man. I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes. You look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this home in his colonial mug collection. Number 1.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Okay, we've got 2 choices. It seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching, hanging? Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
Maybe that's Gary's house then that we broke into, yeah? For Everard.
You're not going to find me, are you?
I am. We got 20 real. I am 100, 250, the maximum. Now, Gary, I just want information. I want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
There's Morale. We found him.
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Okay, how did you get into the trash container? Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim who was hanged into the trash container? How did you get into it?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob.
He says, bowing shamefully like a fallen knight.
I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Well, he does sound apologetic.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
Gary, did you put the clothes into the container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, what happened? Okay, then what happened? So yeah, that was his house that we broke into, definitely, yeah. Yes, what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changes his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
He's got a terrible accent, doesn't he?
Right. It was just civic duty.
The detective says. Hang on. Okay. Drolly, sarcastically.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Alright, let's move on.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
He's visibly relieved it's over. You told Lena is missing because of the broken work. Well, look, she's still worried about. But he has. So that's her husband, Morale. Who put the trash? And analyze composure to find out if he's hiding something more. Okay.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
Okay, we need to change clothes. Let's get out of here. Clothes, we need... What was it? What do we need?
Always a pleasure.
Composure. Composure. Alright, let's change the clothes again. So what do we got? We've got... Spirit to Corpse is pretty good, I think. Yeah. Software fair, no. Again, no. Drama. Composure. Composure. Perception, maybe. Drama or inland? I think we don't need the drama yet. Let's try it again one more time. Quick save, everybody. Sorry, I know, but it's like I want to finish this game this year, you know, or at least this. There's Morale, look. Okay.
Always a pleasure to see an officers.
8%, it's impossible, yeah?
Is he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like beads. But what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes?
Always a pleasure to see an officer. He turns towards officers. He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounds like beads, but what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes? Gary, are you cross-dressing? Are those prayer beads I keep hearing? Are you currently sporting some anal beads? Oh my god. This is like the chess, isn't it? The chess player, they say he was cheating with kind of anal beads. Let's go for it.
You wouldn't be able to hear if you were wearing anal beads.
Good point, Kim.
Please
Good point.
excuse my colleague's humor. Working these murder caves is taking a toll on us both. You don't quite have to answer that yet.
Of course.
Alright, you live nearby?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Okay. Have you found your door open lately? Mr. Clare must be very angry with you. That's Everard, the leader of the dock workers. I think I broke into your apartment. I'm very sorry. We'll return to this later. Mr. Clare, Mr. Everett must be very angry with you.
Mr. Everard?
The colour drains from his face. Yes, he insisted I open the door to your apartment.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
The man looks around whispering. He makes sure no one hears you talk. He's the muscle. He's going to send the heavy guys, yeah, to go and, beat him up. Really? I don't even know what it was about. I just opened the door. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you, Gary. Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door. Not grimly, our discussion on this topic is over. I'm going to go for number 2. I don't know what it's about, but he doesn't like you, Gary.
I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night about some theories. Stupid. Shouldn't have run my mouth loud like that. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation.
Composure. Composure. Right, what do we got? Composure, empathy, conceptualization, spirited corpse, pain. Okay, logic, composure, good. What's this one again? Logic. Okay, let's try that again then. Oh, click save.
Always a pleasure to... I mean, officers.
42%, let's try it. Scared him with the apartment.
Okay, he keeps shifting uncomfortably, but you can't make head or tail of this sound. And honestly, it's rude to stare, so stop.
One more time. One more time, everybody. Load. Quick save. Load. I want to get this game finished by the summer, you know? We're only on Wednesday. We start on Monday, you know? And it's like... I can't keep losing the dice rolls.
To see an officer of the law. I mean,
okay, let's try it.
Officers.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable. Look at the buttons, barely keeping it together, as if something is ready to rip out. His massive musculature, something worn underneath it. Something worn. He doesn't look very big, does he? You know, so it's going to be something he's wearing. Maybe a bulletproof vest or something?
It sounds like he's wearing some kind of armor under his clothes. You can't tell it's there just from looking at him. Probably stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
He's wearing the armor from the mercenary. I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear, Gary, the crypto-fascist.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was...
He unbuttons the shirt. To button up your shirt, to unbutton your shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso. He's wearing the armor. This is good.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Shut up, Morale. We'll come to you in a minute.
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
Yeah. Stealing a dead man's armor.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Okay, we got choices. Give me that armor now. Why did you really put those clothes up in the trash? Why did you lie to me, Gary? Do you know who killed the hanged man? Okay, give me the armor.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Nice.
This is it. This will protect your mortal shell. Don it and live.
Okay, now we have some more choices. Why did you really put those clothes in the trash? Why did you lie to me, Gary? Why did you lie?
Because I was weak.
Mm-hmm.
I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
He says, staring at nothing in
The
particular.
hell, Gary? You in trouble?
Shut up, Morel. I'll come to you in a minute.
I'll explain later.
He doesn't muster up the strength to yell. He doesn't have the energy. Okay, but why did you really put the clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
He looks at his feet.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
His lips start quivering, moving. Okay, he realizes he's in trouble.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
He shakes his head.
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Okay, the big question's coming up. Do you know who killed the hanged man? I mean, we know it's Titus, right?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
Yeah, answer the question. Are we done? Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
He looks around, relieved of some burden, his mouth still quivering. Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the bar? You were surprised to see my colleague. Okay, let's hang on, let's get what we've done. Done. Class completed. Who did it? Hey! Okay, great. Okay, do you know anything about the man?
I told you everything. I just took the cuirass, that's all. I promise. I don't know anything else.
'Tis true, sire. This man simply did not know what he was getting caught up in.
Right, that he was getting involved in. Okay, last question. You were surprised to see Kim.
I'm sorry for what I said.
He replies and falls silent.
This man is truly sorry for underestimating the honor and military might of the Seolite man.
Okay, that's it. What's this? These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
The reeds, yeah, like these, the plants. Wait, I can't see anything interesting. What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
Now, he said boy, and this is how I pronounce it, but I've heard Americans pronounce it as like buoy, yeah, buoy. But I always just say boy, like kind of kid, you know, a boy and a girl. Okay, what do we got? Items? Clothes? Where's the armor? Ah, no, here it is. Pain. Oh, yes, get that on. Nice. This vitreous enamel cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across the countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat. And it also makes pretty porcelain sounds when shaken. Do you know I can probably beat up that guy, yeah, Measurehead now, yeah, with this. What's he talking about? Something hidden. Where? Okay, let's go and talk to Morel. He needs to get back to his wife.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
He's a cryptozoologist, so he's looking for, like, fantasy animals, basically.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
So this is Lena's husband, you know, and we said that we would look for him. Yeah, so we're going to finish. We're going to finish a task here now.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that an Australian accent?
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Mr. Morel, I presume. You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back. Man to man, you shouldn't leave your woman unattended in a cafeteria surrounded by communists. Okay, we're not going to choose that one. We're going to go for number 1, yeah? Lena is worried.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81.
Right, we got skill point. Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. The water lock has been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. Withhold the story because I crashed my car on the previous night because I was on drugs and alcohol and stuff. And yeah, I managed to break the kind of bridge. I think I'm going to keep that one quiet. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's fixed now.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
He refastens a bit of netting that's come loose in the wind.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Okay, we got some choices. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for. Tell me more about these traps. It's time to return to your woman, Morel. How did you become a cryptozoologist? Did you know Gary was hiding armor? Yeah.
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Thanks.
The man mutters in the distance. He doesn't dare say more.
He's still glad his friend stood up for him.
Alright, tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
We're knee-deep in the reeds laying traps. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colourful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about. What have you discovered so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Cryptozoology is like people, they're searching for things like the Bigfoot, the Yeti, the Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil, these kind of like myths and stories and legends. Yeah, it's cryptozoology. The idea being, you know, that there are still some animals that haven't been discovered, basically. You know, and you have sightings like the Bigfoot, the Yeti, you know, like people go crazy for this stuff, you know. And it's cryptozoologists, they're kind of cranks, yeah. They are, you know, really into trying to find these animals. I am very, very skeptical of this because, you know, if you think about Bigfoot, there's been so many hoaxes, you know, people pretending they're kind of, you know, dressing up as a monkey, basically, and going, oh, look, I filmed one, you know, and yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a money scam, I think, really. Okay, that's what makes it a cryptid, he says.
Just out of curiosity, If there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Good, Kim. Good skeptical questioning.
I know it's real.
Okay. That's enough then. That's enough evidence here, because he knows, yeah? Brusquely enough that even he seems taken aback by it. So he firmly believes this.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for.
What makes you think it's here in Martinez?
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves.
Yeah, but they're teenagers. They're probably on drugs if they're in Martinez or Revachol, you know?
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
You know, it's an unusual location. It's an Australian accent there, yeah? Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out. It's extinct.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Huh?
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Okay, so that's our word of the day then. Parthenogenesis or something like that, yeah? Alright, we've got 3 choices. That's pretty clever. Pretty clever. Females reproducing without males? A travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me. I'm going to go number 1. That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he talks about the insect.
How did you become a cryptozoologist?
Just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
Okay, so you're living your childhood dream out here. Why not be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too. Have you ever discovered a cryptid? Thanks for explaining. Now about something else. So you're living your dream.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Why not zoology?
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Alright, good. This is how I think. I don't. It's a profession. Just like honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do. Cryptozoology does seem like a lot of wishful thinking.
My methods are the same as those of other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence, and I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Wishful thinking.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
Okay, life surprises are mostly miserable. No, that's a bit depressing. And has anything truly surprising ever happened?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
So you've never discovered a cryptid?
No.
Cryptid?
Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
There's that word hoax, what I'm saying, you know, people create hoaxes, they dress up like a monkey, they go running around in the forest, somebody films them and says, "Oh, look, it's Bigfoot," but it's not true. It's a hoax, you know, often to get money, right? So yeah, I am a bit skeptical about all of this.
Two are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real?
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Okay, I'm going to be positive. Then it will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He does not smile, just looks you in the eye. It's a forceful gaze. So he sounds quite determined.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing.
What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
Alright, last one.
Yes?
It's time to go home to your woman, Morel.
By woman, you mean
Woman.
my wife, I assume. I will return to her. I can't leave before we finish with these traps.
Alright, okay.
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks south where Lena would be.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
I didn't know that the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She's seen it?
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
He coughs and then continues.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Okay.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
He doesn't sound well, does he? Another cough into his fist this time. Yeah, he doesn't sound very well.
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
Maybe you should go back to the whirling in the bar, warm up, come back to check the traps later.
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
Oh, God. Okay, what if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Yeah, I'm not really going to do it. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar. Chaos is my method, and I am its skiing. I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked.
Caught the bug, I see. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine.
He cracks an unwieldy smile. Okay, where are the traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near.
Right, we shouldn't have done this, everybody. Okay, next one.
Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there. On your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Okay.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to the trap in front
You
of
should
him.
check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
Alright, and what do I do if I encounter it?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
He takes out a small white spray can.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me thick. He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod. Right, so they've sprayed me with some kind of spray to attract
This
insects.
is the smell of dying reeds,
Yeah.
crumbling into the water.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
Alright, Kim.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Okay, let's go.
Right, which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
Okay, we're going to finish it there. I'm getting really tired. We have a skill point to do. I think I'm going to use Encyclopedia. We have traps. Okay, we can do that again. Maybe we won't. I don't know. What we're going to do there is I'm going to finish. I need to have some food, everyone, because I'm getting really hungry and I'm getting a bit tired. All right, great stuff. I hope you enjoyed that, yeah? So we've done a lot today. We've really moved it on. We've met Morel, we've met Gary, the crypto-fascist, we've organised an amphetamine laboratory in the church. We need to go back and talk to, is it Suya? And kind of persuade her to let them have a rave in the church. Now, what else do we have to do? I need to bring that stuffed bird to Gart, the landlord, the manager of the bar, because I destroyed his bird before. We need to talk to the disco lady. I need to talk to her on my own, and we need to talk to Titus, to the Hardy Boys as well, to find out some more. So the game is starting to move now, yeah? It's getting nighttime in the game, so at 9 o'clock, and also there's the man smoking. I need to go and talk to him as well. So there's plenty for us to do. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I'm getting really tired. It's just hot here. I need to have some lunch. I hope you enjoyed the game. Please, like and subscribe, all the fun stuff. It really, really helps the channel to grow. It helps, it pleases the YouTube algorithm gods, you know? And so that makes me happy as well, yeah? I'm going to leave you there. I think I'm going to go to the beach this afternoon. It's such a, you know, but much, much later, maybe 6 o'clock or something like that. And I'm going to leave you there. So take care. Have an amazing weekend, what is left of it, and I will see you soon, probably tomorrow morning, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.